Good day, I'm George McCraney, DUI and criminal defense attorney with offices in Douglas and Valdosta, Georgia. Today I'm going to do a video and explain a little bit about Georgia's law, which is driving without a valid driver's license in Georgia. If you'd like to contact us or have any questions, feel free to call us at 833-927-6227, or you can reach us online at our website, McCraneyLawFirm.com. Now, before we get started and explaining about Georgia's law about driving without a valid license, we do a giveaway every week, and we give away some koozies from McCraney Law Firm. It says stolen from the McCraney Law Firm. And this week we did a drawing. We had people watching us from Valdosta, Hazelhurst, Ambrose, Millwood, Douglas, Pinehurst, Georgia, Moultrie, Georgia, Alamo, Georgia. I mean, we had all over. But they do a drawing here at the office, and they drew, and it's watching from Douglas, which is where my first office was. So if you were watching from Douglas last week, if you would go online and just message us, tell us you were watching. We'll be glad to send you those koozies absolutely free. And if you would, I'm trying to get this information out to as many people as I can. And if you would, I'd like it if you would like the video and share the video out. That way we get as many people out, get this information out to as many people as we can. And it gives us an idea of how far out we're reaching and how far we're trying to help people. Okay? Now, if you will, go online and not only like it and share it, but also tell us where you're watching from. And then that way we'll enter you in for the drawing for next week. Now, let's talk about driving in Georgia without a valid driver's license. All right. Now, here's the thing. This is not just a run-of-the-mill traffic ticket. Okay. You have to understand, this is a specific law passed back in 2008 by the legislature. And originally it was designed basically to target Hispanics or immigrant workers that were here and didn't have driver's licenses but were driving. Now, this charge counts as a criminal conviction. It's not a traffic ticket. It's like a DUI. Okay, so if you're convicted of this, it will never come off of your criminal record. All right. Now, if you're convicted of a first offense of driving without a valid driver's license, you're going to be facing at least 2 days in jail. That's the minimum. All right. Up to 12 months in jail, but a minimum of 2. You have to spend 2 days in jail, plus at least a $500 fine, plus the surcharges that go along with that. Okay, and that's on a first conviction in 5 years. All right. Now, if you have a second conviction within 5 years, the minimum time that you have to stay in jail, all right, your exposure is out to 12 months, but the minimum time that you have to stay in jail is 10 days. All right. There's an elevated fine from $1,000 up to $2,500. Okay, so the fines go up tremendously. And like I said, originally the law was designed to target immigrants that came to, here and didn't have a valid driver's license. And the way an immigrant can have a valid driver's license or drive on their driver's license from their country is if they have a valid immigration document and that shows that they're here in the country legally. Okay, so if they were here on a visa, they'd be able to use their visa and let's say a Mexican driver's license, and it would be valid. Now, let's talk about the change that we've seen, because originally this was targeting migrant workers. All right, here's the thing. I've noticed over the last few years that our culture has changed a little bit. And for example, when I was 15, I wanted to get my learner's license that day. When I turned 15, I wanted to go get my learner's license. When I turned 16, I wanted to go get my driver's license, because that gave me freedom. I could get out. I wanted to drive, go see my friends, do whatever I could do. Gave me a little bit of freedom. What we're seeing now is that a lot of the younger people aren't getting their driver's license when they are able to, when they're 15, 16 years old. They're waiting until they're 17, 18, some of them 20 years old before they even get a driver's license. Okay? And that change in the culture is affecting them a little bit disproportionately, because you'll get a group of kids that go out to the lake and go and waterboarding, wakeboarding, whatever they're doing. One of them wants to run home for something, doesn't have a driver's license, no problem, I'll just drive around. They jump in, drive around, and they go through a roadblock and they get charged with driving without a valid license. So it's pretty serious business, especially when they don't realize that what causes the problem and what it can cause later on down the road. Okay, Again, I'm George McCraney, DUI and criminal defense attorney with offices in Douglas and Valdosta, Georgia. If you have any questions about this or any other criminal cases, you can give us a call at 833-927-6227. We'll be glad to try to help you. Or you can go online and reach us at McCraneyLawFirm.com. Also, I'm doing a giveaway on my website. If you would, and you'd like a copy of my newest book called The Truth About Your Georgia Criminal Case, just fill out the form online and we'll send you a copy absolutely free. It's designed to educate people about Georgia's criminal process and courts in Georgia and everything that goes on whenever you have a case here. Now, let's talk a little bit more about this driving without a valid license in Georgia. Now, here's the big deal. Your penalties go up from the first time you're caught to the second time you're caught to the third time you're caught. The penalties keep increasing. However, if you get caught 4 times and are convicted within a 5-year period, it's a felony in the state of Georgia. It carries up to 5 years in prison, okay? Fines go from $2,500 up to $5,000. So it becomes a very, very serious thing. So if for some reason you get charged with this crime, you don't need to just simply go in and pay the ticket or go into court and say, okay, I just want to pay my ticket, because remember, it requires jail time. They'll put you in jail for this. So if you're caught with something like this, you get into trouble, the best thing you can do is contact an experienced criminal defense attorney that deals with this stuff all the time to be able to help you and get you out of this thing, okay? Now, I practice DUI and criminal defense now for over 20 years. I've helped literally thousands of people around South Georgia if they've gotten into trouble, made a bad decision, something like that. And there's nothing that I enjoy more than seeing the people that are sitting across the desk from me and they think they're in their darkest moment. They think the world's collapsing around them. And once we go through everything, explain to them what we can do to help, how we can help them, what we can do to mitigate the issues and the bad things, it's like a weight's lifted off their shoulders. And that's really the reason I enjoy doing this. And we try to help as many people as we can. Now, if you have a question about a DUI charge or criminal charge, feel free to give us a call, 833-927-6227. And if you have a question about a case that we don't normally handle, if you've had a bad car accident, you've been injured at work, something like that, we can try to help you, get you to people that I would go to myself if I had those issues, or I'd send my friends and family to. We'll get you to some trusted attorneys that do a good job, okay? If you have any questions, let us know. And remember, if you're watching from Douglas, Georgia on last week's videos, just message us and we'll send you those koozies absolutely free. All right? Thank y'all. Again, I'm George McCraney, DUI and criminal defense attorney with offices in Douglas and Valdosta, Georgia.